Hello, welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday. I have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off. The panelists cannot see or hear you. So just sit back, relax, and get all the great information that's going to be sent your way. This is just one of many different sessions happening. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you signed up for this one. This presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at strivescan.com/Illinois. Going to show you the order of the 6 schools presenting. We're in session D1, top left part of the screen that I'm sharing. So those 6 institutions will be presenting in that order. So I've gotten the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so I'll step out of the way now. Turn it over to our first presentation from the representative from the University of Evansville.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. I am going to get my screen shared up here so I can get started. So my name is Jill Fisher, and I am an admission counselor with the University of Evansville. Joining me tonight in the chat is my colleague, Sarah Wagner, so feel free to drop any questions in there. So first things first, the University of Evansville, we are located in Evansville, Indiana, which is in the southwestern corner of the state. Evansville is the 3rd largest city in the state, with several major cities only 2 to 3 hours away. At the University of Evansville, our total enrollment includes over 2,400 students, with 2,000 of those being in our undergraduate population. Now you can see by our low student to faculty ratio and average class size that we offer small classes to help students better engage with our faculty. So our professors want to get to know you as a person, not just as a name or a number on their roster. Our incredible faculty teach because that's what their passion is. They want to act as a mentor to you and help you successfully reach all of your goals while in college. At UE, we do have over 75 different majors and areas of study. So I'm not going to go obviously through all of those, but some unique programs include creative writing, archaeology, and ethics and social change. We also do have direct entry opportunities in nursing, athletic training, physical therapy, and physician assistant science. You, of course, can find that full list of majors on our website, which is just evansville.edu. All students at the University of Evansville are encouraged to study abroad and have at least one internship during their time with us. And then as for athletics, we are one of the smallest Division I schools in the country and have 17 different athletic teams. We are known as the Purple Aces, and if you look in that bottom right corner, you will see our mascot, Ace Purple. So how would you like to spend a semester living in a castle? At UE, you can study abroad at Harlaxton College, which is pictured here, and that is located in England. You might actually feel like you are attending the real Hogwarts. So Harlaxton is located about an hour north of London. Now we own and operate Harlaxton, so your tuition and your room and board is going to be the same cost. Your scholarships, financial aid, all of that's going to go over there with you. So really the additional costs you're looking at are going to be related to travel. You do have 3-day weekends each week, so you can travel throughout the UK, throughout Europe. And there's even a couple extended weekends included in there, so you can go a little farther out. All majors at UE can go, and for most majors, it works best to go during sophomore year. The exception is our nursing students. They attend during fall of senior year so that they can gain some clinical experience in a public healthcare setting while they're over there. So this is something to ask yourself. Are you someone that sees challenges as an opportunity to make a difference or make some sort of positive impact? If you can answer yes to that, then you're what's considered a change maker. So UE is one of approximately 50 official change maker campuses around the world. So what this means is our students and our faculty set that bar for social innovation and making a positive change in the world. And you can actually start making a difference from day one at UE by taking our Change Lab courses. These do apply towards your degree and you receive credit for them. Our students are making positive change by promoting alternative energy sources, reducing infant mortality, and even providing microloans and services to many women entrepreneurs, just to give you some examples. And then we also have a high school changemaker challenge where you can pitch your idea and that idea could even snag you up to a full tuition scholarship. So let's talk about applying. So we do offer a free application and it's available through our website or the Common Application. 2 different pathways, traditional and test optional. We've been test optional for 4 years now and we'll continue to offer that. So if you aren't able to take an SAT or ACT, or you aren't satisfied with your scores, you can apply test optional. You would just need to submit an essay in place of those test scores. We are still currently accepting applications for seniors still wishing to apply for this fall. If you're not currently a senior, our application will open for you on August 1st of your senior year. So current direct costs at UE are about $53,000 for tuition fees and room and board. Now keep in mind, this is sticker price. No one actually pays that, as 100% of our admitted students do receive a very generous scholarship to attend. Our scholarships are automatic, and our scholarship grid is available on our website if you go there and just search freshman scholarships. We also offer many add-on awards that stack on top of your base scholarship. One such add-on is our FAFSA Incentive Award. So just for sending your FAFSA to us, you'll receive an additional $1,000 scholarship. We always encourage students to apply for outside scholarships in their local community, and we will stack those on top of what we have already given you. And then finally, at the bottom of this slide, you'll see the average financial aid package at UE is just under $30,000. So visiting UE, there are several opportunities, both in person and virtually. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you can see them listed here. I always recommend an individual visit because it's personalized to you and your interest. And you can find more information at that website listed there below. And then be sure to follow us on social media to stay up to date on happenings around campus. You'll see more photos of campus, but also videos from our current students. And then finally, here is our contact information. So there are 2 counselors that take care of the state of Illinois. If you live in Southern Illinois, which is shaded in purple, I am your admission counselor, and my information is listed there in purple. If you live in Central or Northern Illinois, shaded in orange, your counselor is Sarah Wagner, and her information is there as well. Please do not hesitate to contact us by phone, text, or email, and I will also put this information in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you very much. And I want to point out to our attendees, if you have questions for any of our representatives, ask them at any time. Just use the Q&A button to type your questions in. If it's for a specific school, just make sure to name the school in your question. Up next, let's hear from the representative from St. Mary's College.
Hi, everyone. Welcome and thanks for attending tonight. My name is Lindsay Romeo, and I'm one of 3 admission counselors who recruit in the state of Illinois for St. Mary's College. We're located in Notre Dame, Indiana, and this is a picture of Lamont Hall. It's one of our most iconic and oldest buildings on campus. This slide just provides some insight about our campus community and who we are as a campus. As you can see, we do get a ton of students who come from out of state, but also a decent amount of students from our neighbors over in Illinois. One stat I like to point out is that we do have 16 countries represented. So being a small liberal arts school, I think it's really great. We actually have an admission counselor who travels abroad and recruits in Asia and parts of South America. So it's truly a diverse campus, and we have a lot of students from different backgrounds here. So we were founded in 1844. We do have a rich tradition of academic excellence. You'll hear the phrase individualized education all the time at St. Mary's. And what this means for us is that from day one, when you start working with the Office of Admission as a prospective student to your future as an alumna of the college, you will have a personalized experience that's tailored to your goals and needs as a student. You'll really notice this in the classroom. Our student to faculty ratio is 9:1, with the average class size being about 16. This can be even less when you get into your sophomore, junior, and senior year at St. Mary's. You can see that we do have a lot of popular majors. They're listed here, and then some unique programs as well. Our 4+1 engineering program is actually a dual degree with Notre Dame. So you come out with a degree from St. Mary's and your engineering degree comes from Notre Dame. We do have a ton of other majors that are not listed here. We have over 50+ academic majors, minors, and concentrations at St. Mary's. So please let me know if you want more information about any of those. We are a women's college, and we of course love that we're a women's college. I hope that anyone interested in St. Mary's did already know that and isn't shell-shocked. But discovery is one of the main component of a St. Mary's education. Sister Madaleva Wolf, one of our founding sisters of St. Mary's, has a quote that really sums up the mission of St. Mary's. And it says, "We promise you discovery, the discovery of yourselves and the discovery of your universe and your place in it." Students are able to see women leaders in many different spaces at St. Mary's. Our president's a woman, the captains of our teams are women. We actually have a student who sits on the Board of Trustees meeting as a student representative. So no matter what way you're involved in St. Mary's, there are so many different ways to discover your passions and then put those into future goals and career opportunities. And community, if you ask anyone at St. Mary's what their favorite thing about SMC is, hands down, they always say community. And I think that's a testament to the culture and the people that make up St. Mary's, whether it's students, faculty, or staff members. Even our visitors notice this about St. Mary's. The outcomes of St. Mary's are awesome. We have some great stats on the far right side of the screen from women's colleges in general. You can see that more women who graduate as alumni from women's colleges feel more prepared to take on their careers after graduation, and more go on to receive a graduate degree. So that's pretty cool. A little bit about the campus environment at St. Mary's. We are part of what we call a tri-campus community, and this involves Holy Cross, Notre Dame, and St. Mary's. And we basically share campuses. Our students can participate in clubs and activities over at Holy Cross and at Notre Dame. You can see our students tailgating at one of the Notre Dame football games down here. This is something that's available to all St. Mary's students. They can purchase the Notre Dame football ticket and the Notre Dame home basketball ticket. And then any other sports free to get in with your St. Mary's ID. We also have over 500 plus organizations and clubs that our students can be part of. Faith and spirituality are also big on our campus. Over 80% of our students do service work. There is a chapel in every residence hall at St. Mary's, and students will get a mass schedule when they arrive on campus. You definitely don't have to be Catholic to attend St. Mary's though. And we do have eight NCAA Division III athletic teams. Students can also participate in intramurals and club sports over at Notre Dame. And then study abroad is something that's also really big on our campus. Over half our students do the study abroad program, and we have over 30 different cities that students can visit. You don't have to be a certain major to go a certain place. You can see our students visiting Ireland in this upper right-hand corner. But yeah, and typically students will go a semester. We do have year-long programs, summer break programs, fall break programs. So it's very flexible with the amount of time and where you can study. These are some really cool stats about St. Mary's. I want to highlight this bottom one. 95% of our grads are either employed full-time or enrolled in some type of graduate program within 1 year of graduation. So I think it proves our students are definitely busy and they get right into their careers or grad school post-graduation. Here is how to apply. We have 2 ways you can apply. We are on the Common App, and then we have an in-house app. Both are free for students to apply. We have early decision and regular decision. Our early decision agreement is binding, so it's great if St. Mary's is your #1 choice. There are benefits to applying early, such as you get to choose your classes and housing before regular decision students. But if you're not totally sure, regular decision is fine. It takes about 2 to 4 weeks to get your decision letter back because we're on rolling admission, so as soon as you complete. And then these are just some different ways to stay engaged. We're constantly updating our visit website when we're able to offer more and more on-campus activities for visiting prospective students and their families. We do currently have outdoor tours, but you can go in the library, our athletic complex, and a showroom in McCandless Residence Hall. And then here's my contact information and the other 2 contact information of the other 2 counselors that cover Illinois.
Thank you very much. And we've already had some questions in the Q&A. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask yours. If you have questions for any of our representatives, just use the Q&A button at any time to ask them. If it's for a specific one, just name the school in your question. Up next, let's hear from Wayne State University.
Hello, thanks for having me tonight. I'm super excited to talk to you guys about Wayne State. My name is Erica, and I am an admissions counselor. I usually do all the visits in Illinois, so if Wayne State's coming to your school, you're going to see my face. And I'm excited to talk to you about Wayne State tonight. So let me share my presentation. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to put them in the chat. More than happy to answer those at the end of the show. So let's get started. So Wayne State is located in the heart of downtown Detroit. This building that you see here, we belovedly call Old Main. It is our oldest and most iconic building on campus. So a little bit about Wayne State. We were founded in 1868, and originally we were a medical school. Now, 150 plus years later, we have 13 schools and colleges, which I'll talk a little bit about as I move through the presentation. We're the third largest university in Michigan, and we're actually in the top 50 largest in the country. So if you are someone who's wanting to go to a very big school, you can see this picture. This is Gullen Mall when it's pretty sparse and pretty empty. We have over 27,000 students coming from 48 of the 50 states and 76 different countries. I myself, when I was studying at Wayne State, I loved that I could be in class with people who were from Detroit and Germany and all over the world. And I made a lot of great friendships and learned a lot that way. So to give you a little more about our academics, we have 13 schools and colleges, everything ranging from our College of Business, College of Education, College of Nursing, to our College of Fine and Performing Arts, Engineering, music, what am I missing? Medicine and law. Those are some of the big ones. And within all of those schools, we have 350 different academic programs that you can choose from. The nice thing about Wayne State, though, is even though we are one of the biggest schools in the country and we have all the benefits that come with being a big school, our student to faculty ratio is 16:1, so relatively reasonable in size. Just to give folks an idea of where we stand in some of our programs, we actually have the top 2 medical and law schools in the state of Michigan, top 20% of social work programs in the country, top 100 most, in the top 100 best fine arts programs in the country, top 100 most innovative schools, and we also were listed among best business schools by Princeton Review. So a lot of students like to ask when I'm talking about Wayne State, the averages of the most recent incoming freshman class. So you see here, we had 3,000 incoming freshmen in fall 2020, and they had an average SAT of 24, SAT of an 1130, and a GPA of 3.44. But certainly these are not the requirements for admissions to Wayne State. This is simply who's interested in Wayne State applying and deciding to become a warrior. So something that I truly appreciate, both having been a student at Wayne State and now working as an admissions counselor, is the level of support that we provide our students. We have a lot of academic support on campus, free tutoring for all general classes, a math center, a writing center, but we also have really unique features on campus that I don't often see other places, like a food pantry for students who may maybe need to get some food or groceries one month. We have a warrior wardrobe on campus where students can go get gently used professional clothing for that interview or that job coming up if you need a brand new suit. So really, really, really value how much we support our students. As a big university, we have a lot to do. So we have over 500 student orgs on campus, including sororities, fraternities, volunteer groups, religious groups, dance groups, arts groups, cultural groups. We even have an EA sports team. So lots to do on campus. And if you're not involved in student orgs, you may consider either enjoying as a spectator or participating in one of our 18 NCAA sports teams. We are Division II, for those of you who are interested, my athletes out there. So a lot of students decide to live on campus at Wayne State. Again, being in an urban city like Detroit, you have access to so much, not just on campus, but in any major urban city. So we have about 3,500 students that decide to stay in one of our 7 residence halls and apartment buildings. And the housing rates range somewhere from about $5,700 per year to about $12,600, depending on which building you're staying in, if you have roommates or not, that kind of stuff. So to give you an idea for tuition, in-state tuition is about $14,000. Out-of-state is normally $29,000. But I want to point your guys' attention, since we are we're talking to Illinois folks, to the bottom text. All Illinois applicants who complete their application in FAFSA by one of our scholarship deadlines will automatically get an out-of-state scholarship that guarantees you in-state tuition or in-state tuition plus 10%. So all you have to do is apply by December 1st or February 1st, which are our scholarship deadlines, and you're automatically getting in-state along with all of these merit scholarship options. You may be eligible for those. We have need-based scholarships, private, departmental, and athletic scholarships. We were actually named one of the most affordable public universities in the country this year, and it's because we offer so much financial aid. So like I mentioned, being in the heart of Detroit, you have access to businesses, performance spaces, restaurants, anything that you really would find in any major city. And I think a lot of Wayne State students and warriors like myself really appreciated being able to literally walk out of class, walk to a concert and be there in 10 minutes, or go to a restaurant with your friends and see all the cool Detroit events that are happening throughout the city. Applying to Wayne State is a super easy process. We have our own in-house application as well as through the Common App. And then of course you want to make sure you're just submitting transcript and SAT or ACT. This year we offered test optional due to COVID, so you could choose whether you wanted to submit a test score or not. As of right now, we haven't made a decision if we're going to offer test optional next year, but definitely keep keep in touch and we will be able to let you know. So if you haven't had the opportunity to see Wayne State in the flesh, you can go to wayne.edu/tour to go through a virtual tour or register for one with a live tour guide who will virtually walk you around campus. It's a great way to experience Wayne State if you're not familiar. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, email, text, or call. My information's there and I will leave it in the chat. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much. And I'll remind everyone, questions can be submitted at any time using the Q&A button. Up next, let's hear from the representative from Central Michigan University.
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amy Hauenstein. I'm pleased to be with you today. I'd like to start out with this drone picture of CMU. We are a four-year public university located in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, which is about a 4-hour trip from the Chicago area. CMU was founded in 1892 as a school to train teachers. So we were founded to meet really the need for educators in Michigan at that time. And if I could describe kind of the core of CMU, we are still meeting the need of Michigan and the students and the communities around us. We started a medical school about 5 years ago to address rural and underserved areas in Michigan. Our academic programs, we have over 200 different academic programs to choose from that are housed in 6 different colleges. And so I frequently am asked, what are some of the top majors or things that you have on your campus that make you unique? We still train a lot of teachers at CMU. We actually graduate more teachers than any other college or university in the state of Michigan. Business is one of our largest, is our largest academic college. And one of the things that we're proud of there is our new venture competition. I'd like you to think about Shark Tank when you think that. So it's a chance for our entrepreneurial students to pitch their idea and perhaps come away with $30,000 in startup money for whatever idea they have that they'd like to bring forth into the world. We do have a lot of health programs. As I mentioned, we do have a medical school. The athletic training program was the first of its kind in the country. So CMU established the basis for athletic training, and it's still a point of pride today. Journalism and broadcasting, those 2 programs are one of only 2 certified programs in the state of Michigan. We have our own radio station, television station, and students are able to get involved with those right away their freshman year. Meteorology, as well as neuroscience. Our students in the neuroscience area are doing some great research with Parkinson's disease and cancer and other ailments. And so we look forward to the research that they bring about. And then event management. The CMU event management program is considered the #1 undergraduate program in the country by the National Recreation Event Management Institute. We also have a leadership minor. And if there are 2 things I think that CMU students walk away from that we're passionate about, one is a sense of leadership, the other is a sense of volunteerism. We are very big on giving back at CMU. So our students actually, we rank 5th in the country for the number of students we send on alternative break trips every year, which are service trips that go around the country. If I could describe our students and just our academics, I would say we do, which is our theme at Central Michigan. Chances are when you graduate, what you go out to do in the world, you've already done in the classroom. For example, we have our own biological research station on Beaver Island. We do a lot of work with the Great Lakes Institute, monitoring the health and well-being of the Great Lakes, which are so important to the Midwest. And we have a mobile health unit, which just recently has been traveling in Michigan to deliver COVID-19 vaccines to rural and underserved areas. We are Mid-American Conference Division I athletics, and I'm going to give a shout out to our Lady Chippewa basketball team who won the NCAA. or won the MAC tournament and are headed to the NCAA tournament here very shortly. We are the Chippewas, and that is in honor of the Native American tribe that calls Mount Pleasant home. We are very proud to portray that tribe and their heritage at CMU. So any student who applies and is admitted to CMU from outside the state of Michigan pays in-state tuition rates. And our tuition for this past year was about $12,510 a year. Total costs at CMU are about $25,000 a year. That includes room and board, fees, tuition, books, etc. We did not raise tuition at CMU for this past year, and we have consistently had one of the lowest tuition rates among Michigan colleges and universities. Let's talk a little bit about scholarships. When students apply, they are automatically considered for merit scholarships ranging from 20% to 75% off the cost of tuition. And what is unique about these scholarships is because they are a percentage, if tuition happens to change, your scholarship adjusts with it. So those scholarships are 4 years, and again, no separate application needed. They are awarded automatically. We are test optional for the class of 2021. That decision has been decided at CMU for this next year. We do require transcripts, but we do not require test scores. There are competitive scholarships available as well, and those are for top scholars, leaders, and students with diverse backgrounds. And those range from $2,000 a year to full ride opportunities. And then, of course, there are talent and special scholarships available, whether it's whether it's music or art or athletics. Those are available too. So there is the website for that. We are on the Common App. We are also have our own application. That application will open on August 1st. And then this is our president, President Robert Davies, welcoming you home. So we welcome you to CMU. Feel free to contact us. We are open for in-person visits, and we look forward to having you on campus. So I'm going to end with fire up chips.
Thank you very much. Again, asking questions is easy. Just use the Q&A button to ask at any time. Up next, let's hear from the representative from Dominican University.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Ruben Burley. I'm a Senior Associate Director at Dominican University. I'm going to drop my information in the chat, and I'm also going to share my screen to give you a brief presentation about Dominican University. So a little bit about Dominican. We call ourselves a small school with big results. We're about 10 miles due west of downtown Chicago. We're in a town called River Forest, which we have roughly about 2,100 students attend Dominican, 15 to 1 is your average class size, 10 to 1 student teacher ratio. As you see, we say we have no lecture halls, but due to COVID, we actually moved some of our bigger facilities like our recital hall and our auditorium into classroom space to create social distancing, but you still have that one-on-one approach with professors here at Dominican University. As you saw, we brought in about 465 freshmen in our first year students here, 69% of students of color in our class, and then also 37% of our students are first generation students here at the institution. We offer over 50 different majors. As you see in the screen, we actually have our top 10 majors that we offer, but I always tell students that our #1 unofficial major here at the university is called I don't know, or undecided, or I want to study everything. That's okay. You don't have to declare a major until your first semester of your junior year here at the institution. So if there's a major that you're looking to study, you may be able to create a major, which we call an interdisciplinary program here at the university. At Dominican, you're gonna have support. You know, we always tell students that you belong, but you're gonna be challenged, and you're gonna rise above each other, rise above the best, and we'll do it together with support, with our tutoring service. Every student that comes here has a first-year advisor, someone that sits down with you and kind of plan out your courses and lead them to the academic advisor once you declare your major. We also have peer mentors that students get matched up with upperclassmen while they go through their academic journey here. And then also we have a wellness center that connects with students right away to help them for that emotional support at the institution. Our professors are not just behind a lectern or on the screen in Zoom. They're actually professors that are going to be able to do research with you, maybe help co-author a book or a paper or assignment or journal writing for you as well too. We also have career development that's involved with students starting their first year here at Dominican. I think this is a very vital point for education because, you know, every student here is going to have an internship opportunity. And so being able to start your first year to find out what you're looking to do, also be able to help out with the resume writing and career goals as well too. Here's a list of some of our internship opportunities for students. So students that want to go into digital media, be able to do an internship with NBC, Universal Media. Students want to do research, being able to work with Argonne National Laboratory, which is less than 30 minutes away. So great opportunities for internships, which potentially could be able to get you connected with some community-based learning opportunities as well too. That's one of the main themes from our Dominican Order of Catholic pillars, talking about giving out community-based learning opportunities. So that could be within the Chicagoland area or even service learning trips in New Orleans and different area places. Also, opportunities for study abroad. We're one of the first 2 colleges in the United States, and I actually just gave a tip of one of you fascinating facts, but one of the first colleges in the United States to offer study abroad opportunity for students. We actually have 20 different programs that we offer for students. We are, like I said, about 10 miles due west of downtown Chicago. We actually have a shuttle bus from our campus that will drop you off in the downtown Oak Park to be able to get connected to the Green Line, to be able to go into the city or even explore downtown Oak Park and even the neighboring towns of Forest Park in our hometown of River Forest. We are Division III for athletics, which means we do not offer any athletic scholarships, but we have 14 intercollegiate sports teams. Matter of fact, our men's volleyball team is ranked as high as 10th in the nation. And so it's a very competitive program along with our men's, women's soccer program that we offer here at the institution. Maybe you're not someone that wants to be in intercollegiate athletics, but we do have intramural programs and different clubs and organizations to be able to get involved with. So what our clubs and organizations could be from academic clubs like a business club or psychology, leading to a special interest club like a gaming club, or even going into our religious studies or university ministry that we offer here at the university. Always tell students that the best salespersons for our school is being able to connect with actual students. If you're not able to come to campus, which we are open for students to come to campus, this little link that you see right here gets you connected to our student ambassadors. So you're able to connect with a student ambassador if you have an interest in business or education or even fashion design and everything else. Here's my contact information about Dominican University, and I'll also put that in the chat. I do want to say that our university is test optional. So if there's any seniors that are on this call that are looking for a college home, all we're looking for is your application. We're part of a common app, and we'll also have our own application here at the institution. And within 2 weeks, you'll be notified that you've been admitted to the Dominican. And we have merit-based scholarships that are ranging from $10,000 to $20,000. And then also, if you choose to live on campus, there's also a $3,000 residence life grant. So thank you for this time to listen a little bit more about Dominican. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the chat or feel free to contact me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I will reiterate, any questions, use the Q&A button to ask any of our representatives during the rest of the session. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from Lake Forest College.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Emily Graham, and I am one of the associate directors of admissions here at Lake Forest College. And I'm joined by my wonderful colleague, Karina Henderson. And we're going to provide just some basic information about who we are here at Lake Forest College. So starting off with just some very brief, points about who we are and kind of paint a very broad picture of what Lake Forest is. So we are a private, small liberal arts institution located in Lake Forest, Illinois. We are 30 miles north of the city of Chicago, about a 1-hour train ride into the city itself. We are a very diverse campus community. We have approximately half of our students coming from outside of the state of Illinois, with representation from almost every state and 96 countries from around the world. Karina will get into this a little bit more in a few minutes here, but what's great about this is that it really does allow you to learn from students who may be sharing similar backgrounds as you, but also getting that global experience right here at home. We'll also kind of cover a little bit about scholarships, and I'll talk about that in a second. And we have a very strong focus on career preparation. Last year alone, our graduating class had 98% of our students either enrolled in graduate school or employed in their intended career within 6 months of graduation. Touching a little bit on scholarships, as you can see, we have merit-based scholarships that range up to $30,000. These are annual scholarships. These are designed to reward you for the hard work that you've done in high school. And being a test optional institution, we don't want to rely on test scores and GPAs when determining scholarships. So when you're looking at this, we're always going to take the highest in terms of scholarship, in terms of awarding your scholarship. So whether that's your GPA, your test score, we're going to award you with that highest. Now, these are not the only scholarships that students have or that we offer for students. We have a number of fine arts scholarships. We have an English essay contest. We also have a number of institutional grants that we award. So this is just part of an overall financial aid package that we really try and put as much as we can into this to help make sure that Lake Forest College is a reality for you.
Hi, everyone. As Emily said, I'm Karina, admissions counselor at Lake Forest. And I really think that there are 4 main aspects of the Lake Forest experience that really make us unique. And that number 1 aspect is our pragmatic liberal arts education. So when you go to a liberal arts college, you're able to take all different kinds of classes within your major and outside of your major and have a multiple majors or minors if that's something that you want. But at Lake Forest, our students also have experiential learning opportunities. That can be through study abroad, internships, or research, and that makes sure that our students are well-rounded and have the skills that they need to prepare them for life after college. And of course, that ties into career preparation. Developing students professionally is really important at Lake Forest because we know that our students, are looking for that support in order to make sure that where they're going after graduation is exactly what they want. And so our Career Advancement Center really is there to support students in that way. A lot of that development comes through in Chicago. Our proximity to Chicago, being about an hour train ride away, really means that our students are not only able to take advantage of Chicago simply because it's a fun place to live, but also can take advantage of the organizations and corporations that provide internships for our students and research opportunities. And we also have an off-campus program in the South Loop for our students to stay at and to do research and internships and practice and take their classes down there as well. And then, of course, with diversity, equity, inclusion, as Emily said, we have students coming from all over the US and all over the world. And that's an exciting aspect of the Lake Forest experience. Because diversity is so important to us, there are a lot of different ways that we can provide that support for our students, regardless of their background. That can be through student organizations, support for your physical health and your mental health, academic support through tutoring and different learning accommodations that students might need. So there are a lot of different ways to get that support. And of course, as you're thinking about where you want to go to school eventually, it's important to think about the benefits of being close to home. Whether you're staying close to home in Illinois in general, or specifically looking at the Chicagoland area, some of those benefits really think about the continued support system that you'll have available to you and a familiarity with your environment. Regardless of if you are familiar with your environment or not, being able to have that diverse community on campus and pair that with your lived experience already as a high school student can really give you a new perspective on your community moving forward.
And as with most institutions, we are constantly looking towards the future and finding opportunities that we can enhance the student experience and provide as many opportunities for our students as possible. So as of right now, we are currently undergoing the renovation expansion of our largest academic building on campus, Brown Hall. This is set to be complete for fall 2021. Thankfully, COVID didn't really deter that too much. We are also excited to welcome varsity lacrosse for both men and women in fall 2021. We have just completed construction on a brand new turf field as well as locker rooms for those teams. We are extremely excited about this new partnership with Rosalind Franklin University of Medicine and Science, which is a graduate health professions institution located just 5 miles north of us in North Chicago. This allows us to expand on our joint degree and accelerated degree options with Rosalind Franklin's programs. We have partnerships with their pharmacy program, physical therapy, podiatry, physician assistant, and we've actually just agreed and actually just announced our agreement with the Chicago Medical School at Rosalind Franklin as well. And then last year, we actually introduced data science as an interdisciplinary major for students who are more interested in utilizing their data from a day-to-day perspective.
So there are a lot of different ways that you can get connected with Lake Forest. You can take a virtual tour of our campus on our website. You can also schedule a virtual visit so you can connect with an admissions counselor virtually. And then you can schedule an in-person campus tour as well. And that tour is led by a current student. So a great way to get to know students at Lake Forest. And then here's our contact information. We can also share that in the chat. Definitely reach out to us. There are a couple admissions counselors at Lake Forest that work with students from Illinois. So Emily and I are just two of them, but we'll make sure to get you connected with the right admissions counselor if we aren't the ones working with you.
Thank you very much. And I want to invite all of our reps back on camera and turn on their microphones so I can do a quick little Q&A in the roughly 4 minutes we have left in this session. And I will share our first question, and we'll just have you answer in the same order that you presented. So we'll start with the University of Evansville, and the question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process right now?
So my biggest advice is for students to connect with your admission counselor at each of the schools that you're interested in. We are here to help. We want to talk to you, get to know you, and help you answer all those questions that you have. So don't ever hesitate. We won't bite. We really are here just to help.
St. Mary's College.
That was going to be mine, but I just want to reiterate, we do really want to help. We're very accessible to you. I know we text, call, email students all the time. So even if you have a quick question, feel free to reach out, and also start the application process early, just so you have time to make your decision. You're not stressed out at the end of your senior year.
State University. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. This is Erica from Wayne State. So first and foremost, I just want to say, students going through the college process right now, you are so unique in that this is a time like no other. So I really feel for you guys. But I think it's incredibly important to understand a college's identity and culture. I think it's one thing, of course, do your homework, make sure it's a reputable school. Do they have your program? All of that is insanely important. But is it somewhere you can see yourself? When you close your eyes and you picture college and what you're doing and where you are and who you're with and what you do for fun and what it looks like, what do you see? You want to make sure that just as much as a college fits what you want academically, and make sure that it's going to be something that's going to help you for your future and your career. Is it a place that you're going to want to call home for 4 years and fit? That's incredibly important. So make sure you do your homework there.
Central Michigan.
Yeah, so, some advice I give to students and families is when you start this whole search process, think of like 3 to 5 things that are most important to you. Whether it's, is it important that you're 2 hours away from home? Well, if you look at that, some of the schools on the screen are not a good fit for you then for whatever reason. So, is the football Saturday thing a big deal to you or not? So think about those things and what's really important to you. That will help narrow down your college search.
Dominican University.
I will agree, echo all the statements from my colleagues, but also I would say that if you can, and I know this sounds weird, but visit campus. Even if you don't want to schedule a campus visit, but you might be driving by a certain college, get out for 10 or 15 minutes, walk around campus, see how you're perceived, see if you can, as one colleague said, imagine yourself being there. So walk around, because you never know, the first person you meet at that college campus might be the first person that offers you a job later down in life.
Lake Forest College.
I would echo everything that how the other panelists have said. I would also say, be open to something different. You may go into your college search expecting, knowing exactly what you want, but, as you're exploring colleges and everything, maybe you find something that's a little bit different than what you were looking for. Be open to trying something new and finding something different. And, again, reach out to us. That's what we're here for, to make those connections and help you get a better sense for our campus community and whether or not we are a good fit for you.
Well, I want to thank you for sharing that great advice, and I want to thank you for also sharing great information about each of your schools. I want to thank our attendees for joining us this afternoon. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you signed up for this one. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Illinois. Once again, thank you to all of our presenters for taking the time to share information with us during this session. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good night.